how is it going everybody, Mr. Android here. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. Well, finally I was able to get my hands on the much anticipated OriginOS 6 and I've got the iQOO 13 here with me, which is currently running the latest and greatest OriginOS 6 based on Android 16. One of the reasons why I don't recommend Vivo or iQOO phones is the fact that it has the boring looking Android UI, which is the funtouchOS. But fortunately things have changed now as we have got the much improved OriginOS 6, and I'm really excited to talk about some of the new features and changes that Vivo has brought to their UI experience. So it's gonna be a really exciting video. Make sure to watch it until the very end. Also, let's aim for at least 1000 likes on this one. With that said, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's get started. Alright guys, the moment you unlock your phone after this major update, you will notice that it looks a lot different from the funtouchOS. I mean, they have completely changed those outdated UI elements, and you'll see a lot of inspiration from iOS liquid glass all around the UI. If you look at the lock screen, they've got the new transparent, kind of a frosted glass effect to the clock and widgets along with the notifications too. And we also have the stacked notifications just like iOS. Even you can see how the clock changes the size and adapts to the notifications position, which is again something that we have already seen on iOS 26. Even when you unlock and go to the control center, here also you could see the frosted glass design just like iOS 26. I think OriginOS 6 has more resemblance to the iOS look and design compared to some other Chinese skins like ColorOS or OxygenOS 16. But since we all know the Chinese brands have decided to copy iOS in terms of overall aesthetics and design, we'll take that as an inspiration, and honestly it doesn't matter even if they're copying iOS or not. The thing is that the OriginOS 6 looks so much better compared to the outdated funtouchOS. So I'm really excited about it, and now let's start with the lock screen customizations. Now one thing that annoys me here, we still do not have any shortcut to go directly to the customization screen from the lock screen. This same issue is also present in the latest OxygenOS 16, and in order to customize your lock screen, you first need to unlock your phone, then go inside the phone settings, select home screen and lock screen. By the way, here the interface hasn't changed much and it looks exactly like the funtouchOS 15. I think it will be great if they redesign the customized page as well, but nonetheless, go to the lock screen settings, just tap on the edit button, and finally we get into the customization screen. I know it's a pretty long process, but there is a lot to talk about. First, we get the option to drag and resize the clock just like iOS 26, and there are 3 different clock styles that you can choose from, along with 2 different fonts, and there is an option to adjust the glass effect too. Obviously you can change the color as well, but what I liked here is they have given us the option to go back to the classic lock screen customizations. So if you don't like too much of iOS resemblance on your lock screen, then you can switch to the classic look, which actually gives you that similar style to the old funtouchOS 15. Then we have got the collection section where there are so many different themes and wallpapers to choose from. We have got some beautiful animated themes with depth effect. But the coolest part here is this flip card section that changes the wallpaper dynamically when you tilt your phone like this. The best part is it even works with your own custom pictures too, and I really like this specific option because this is something which you won't find on any other Android UI. Then we have got some more wallpapers, and you can also add widgets to the lock screen. So you get every single feature related to the lock screen except for the full screen always on display, which you get in many other Android skins these days. But apart from that, I really like what they did with the lock screen. I mean, it definitely looks a lot better compared to the previous funtouchOS 15. And there is one more cool thing that I want to show you. When you try to unlock your phone using passcode, you now get this glass-like reflection when you press any of the buttons. This similar effect is also present on the latest ColorOS or the OxygenOS 16. And guys, if you love these kind of wallpapers, then you can check out this brand new application called Screencraft. It has one of the best collection of wallpapers available for your Android phone, and most of the wallpapers that you see on our videos are from the same app. So definitely give it a try. Link will be provided in the description below. Now coming to the home screen, we do not have much to talk about, but there are a couple of things that you need to know. First, now you can resize the enlarge folder in 3 different layouts. Previously we didn't had any such option in funtouchOS 15. And if you look closely, we also have the dock available in OriginOS 6. To enable or disable the dock feature, you just go to the home screen settings and then select the dock option. Again, something which is obviously inspired by the iOS design. Now inside the app drawer, you now get the option to create different folders, which is quite useful. And you don't see this option in many other Android skins except for the One UI, but I'm glad even Vivo has added this feature. Also, some of the icons have gotten a new look, but still we do not have the option to apply third-party icon packs, which is something already available on OriginOS or the One UI 8. Even the widgets are very limited in OriginOS 6. I mean, they didn't add anything new in the widget section, and the existing ones doesn't look that good if we compare them with other Android skins. So don't expect much related to the home screen customizations in OriginOS 6. But what's more interesting is the all new control center, which I think looks very modern and beautiful compared to funtouchOS 15. Well, that was the worst looking quick settings we have seen in recent times. But thankfully now Vivo has completely redesigned the quick settings. I mean, everything has been refreshed. The toggles, then the brightness and volume sliders, also the frosted glass effect looks really good in the control center. You can open the quick settings from the top right corner and the notification shade from the top left, or you can combine both if you want to. This was a much needed change that every Vivo or iQOO user wanted to see for a long time, and finally we now get the all new redesigned modern looking control center in Vivo phones. The recent apps page also has a new stack style, which you can enable by simply going into your phone settings, selecting apps and then going inside the recent background app. Here you can change it from tile to stack. Then there is settings page, which gets the card style categorization, and I think it looks clean and well organized compared to the previous version. On top of that, you also get a new Vivo Sans font, which again looks very clean and minimal. In fact, I'll recommend you to switch to this font once you get the OriginOS 6 update on your phone. I've also noticed a lot of new visual changes, and all these enhancements make the UI look a lot more consistent and have a modern look compared to the funtouchOS 15. I mean, all the elements do look visually pleasing to the eyes, and they now follow the similar design language throughout the interface, which makes the UI looks more consistent now. This update also brings the all new Origin Island feature, which might be the best implementation of iOS Dynamic Island that we have seen on Android. It has the music player that works with most of the streaming apps you have on your phone, and not only does it have a very fluid and smooth animation, but also the theme of this island changes automatically to match the album cover that is playing on your phone. This island works with apps like Timer, Voice Recorder, Maps, YouTube Music and many more. The best part is it also supports contextual suggestions, which means let's say you copy a phone number that someone has shared, it gives you suggestions inside the island to quickly save it as a contact or to share it directly with someone. Similarly, if you copy a link, it gives suggestions to open the link directly from the island. Not just that, you can also drag and drop text or pictures that you have copied directly to this island, and it can definitely save you a lot of time. I really like the way how this Origin Island works, and you can also pin your favorite applications as well. Overall, it's a pretty useful feature that works seamlessly with smooth and fluid animations. Talking about animations, this is where things get really exciting with the OriginOS 6. I mean, they have done a fantastic job in terms of smoothness and fluidity. The way you interact with each and every element throughout the whole interface, you're gonna feel that extra bit of smoothness and refinement in every single action. Not only the app opening and closing animation, which no doubt got a lot better compared to funtouchOS 15, but also when you access the quick settings, you can see that nice little bouncy effect that looks really good. Then the transition when you swipe up and down the notifications, or when entering the passcode, you can see how beautiful that reflection looks. Even when you tap and open a widget from the folder, everything has a nice responsive animation. Also, when you control the Origin Island, you can see how fluid and smooth it works. I mean, they have definitely worked on the animations part, and it has got much better compared to funtouchOS 15. Guys, I'll also be comparing these animations with other Android skins, so stay tuned for that video and make sure you subscribe to this channel. With that said, that's pretty much it for this video. I think Vivo has done a great job with the OriginOS 6. No doubt they have taken a lot of inspiration from Apple, but still I think it looks much better compared to the outdated and boring looking funtouchOS 15. Let me know in the comment section which is your favorite feature of OriginOS 6, and if you guys like this video then be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm Mr. Android and I'll see you guys in the next one.